everybody, welcome back to today's video. So as you can see from the background, I am now home from my holiday in Turkey. So hi, if this is the first time that you are watching my video, hello, my name is Angie. You can subscribe to my channel. If you want to see more videos like this, you can also follow me on Instagram at angiebear. And as you can see, I have a little pink tag here because I am still in home quarantine, but today is my last day, so I'm really excited. I want to like go out and about, although I know we should still follow SOPs. But anyway, yeah, so I had to do a 7-day home quarantine and today is my last day. But regardless, what I'm going to do today is, as you can see, I have my bare face on, because I will just be doing some skincare for you guys, using some new products that I bought from Turkey. Trying it for the first time, and yes, I am really excited. So what I'm going to do is, while I'm doing or showing you guys my skincare, I'm going to share some of my highlights and lowlights from my trip to Turkey, and also probably share with you some things that I experienced, like leaving the country and coming back, and so on and so on. Okay, exciting. So let's just straight away, let's go into today's video. Let's go. Okay, so first step is I am going to be using this mask. Okay, so the new products that I am going to try is actually from L'Occitane. I mean, you can't tell people that you're a L'Occitane fan if you are not going to, you know, holiday in another country and not walk into the store to see what products they have in that particular country versus like here in Malaysia lah. So I went in there just looking at, like, I was like literally like the predator scan, like scanning to see like what products that they don't sell in Malaysia, and I wanted to like go and buy and try those products. So I bought this, which is the L'Occitane Purifying Mask with freshly cut Provence thyme. Sorry, so I would assume the thyme is from Provence. But anyway, it's green. Basically, this mask is for your enlarged pores, and obviously I have a lot of pores, whatever, and it, as it says, it's purifying mask, so it takes out all of the dirt and leaves your face feeling fresh and amazing, I guess. So I haven't opened this, so it's still like this. And what happened was, we were actually shopping in like a shopping center in Istanbul, and basically my eyes just literally like, I saw like, oh, L'Occitane there, and then I was like telling home, okay, I want to go to L'Occitane. So immediately, I didn't spend too much time in there, but let's just try this product first. Okay, I'm gonna open it. So moment of truth. Oh my god, it smells really fresh. So it looks like this, and it's green, and I shouldn't be using my hands to dig into it. I will go find a spatula and I'll be right back. Hold up. Okay, got myself my spatula. Okay, so the first cut is always the deepest, and of course the first like is like but we will do it. It smells really nice actually. So I'm just gonna use my viewfinder because I obviously forgot to bring my mirror, which I'll probably take later, but I'm just gonna put it like that. Don't know if it's enough. I don't want to use so much because a bit kiam siap, but okay, let's just try this on. So while I am spreading it, I'm just gonna share some things that happened on our trip. Okay, so I think first of all, as I really think about it, it's been 2 years since I've left the country to go on a holiday. So I felt that, okay, Turkey was one of those like countries that I've always wanted to visit, and a lot of my friends have actually visited Turkey. My best friend has been there, some of my other best friends, some of my really close friends, and I think I took too much. Now I have too much on my hand and on my face. Damn it! But anyway, so we went there during, I would assume it's their winter, because it was in December, and the itinerary was actually really simple. So We would start off in Turkey. So this time normally when I go on holiday, or at least like a winter holiday with home, we would like do Europe and we would go to like different countries. But this time, because it's obviously COVID and we didn't want to take too many risks, and Turkey was one of those countries that allowed us to, or at least allowed Malaysians to go in without quarantine as long as you have a negative COVID test results. At least 3 days prior to your actual flight to Turkey. So if you're planning to go to Turkey and you're from Malaysia, yeah, get all your tickets, whatever, book everything, and then 3 days before your flight, get a PCR test and print it out. And they do have this like arrival sort of like form that you have to fill out before you actually go into Turkey. So that is basically like a QR code that you would use when they scan for you to go into the shopping centers. So you need to do that, you need to have a negative PCR test, and then, you know, just go enjoy your flight. So because we were only going around Turkey, home was like, okay, we want to go to as many, you know, places as we could lah. So initially we wanted to go to Ankara, but because it is also COVID, there's literally one flight a day from Malaysia to Turkey. And yeah, so there's literally only one flight a day from Malaysia, from Kuala Lumpur to Turkey, and then Turkey back to Kuala Lumpur. And it is a code share, which I got super irritated about, but that's besides the point, because I know airlines need to fill their planes. So obviously I flew Turkish Airlines because it's just a one way 11 hours, whatever. It was a full flight to Turkey. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so the plan was, or the itinerary was, to start in Istanbul, because obviously one flight from Malaysia just goes to Istanbul. Duh. So we spent about maybe 3 days 2 nights in Istanbul, like just super chill, super free and easy, because obviously home was coming from a conference, like full-blown work. Me also work very tired, so we want to rest. And from there we will go to Cappadocia to Antalya to Pamukkale, and then Pamukkale last stop again in Istanbul. So the place that we stayed in, the first stop in Istanbul, was this place called Hotel Pasha Ibrahim. I swear it is one of the best locations to stay. It was just like a 5-minute walk to the Blue Mosque and the Hagia Sophia, and literal like less than 10-minute walk to the Grand Bazaar. So one of the highlights I would say is staying in this hotel. The room, because we're going to be there for like 3 days 2 nights, so I just booked like super basic room that had breakfast, and it was a very small room, but literally the location was very good lah. So one of the highlights is literally the location of this place, and the service was immaculate. They basically explained, okay, this is, you know, they gave me a map of like Istanbul and say, okay, this is where you want to go, some tourist area, restaurants you want to try, blah blah blah. Really good. So on the first day, because home was going to arrive really late at night, so I had about more than 12 hours to kill. And the great thing was they allowed me to check in early into the hotel. So I reached about 6 AM. Like, come on, what the hell am I gonna do? So they allowed me to check in early, and I slept like until probably like 11 or 12 o'clock. Seriously, I was so tired. And then I decided to like, hey, let's just go out lah, jalan. So the highlights was literally going to those places. It was very close, but for me it was a bit drizzling, and the weather was really amazing, really good weather. But I felt like I'm a bit of an anxious traveler, and especially if I'm traveling alone, I'm very anxious. So as I'm walking and like going to the Grand Bazaar, obviously people want to like make business. It's quite scary lah. Not gonna say more, but it's quite scary. But I did enjoy our time. That first 3 days we just rested. We went to the Blue Mosque obviously, and to the Hagia Sophia. We went to Grand Bazaar just to walk around the area, because we were staying in that area. So, and then we went after that to Cappadocia. So one of my bucket lists has always been to do the hot air balloon ride, and I think this time when we went to Turkey, it was one of like the best, I would say the best decision for us to go during winter. Yes, of course, you go to Cappadocia to take the hot air balloon ride to see the sunrise and yada yada. Technically their peak period is like spring, because it's not too hot, it's not too cold, and then you get to see the sunrise as you go up. And winter is very cloudy and it's very cold, but it's still such an amazing experience. And why I loved going there during winter so much was also because it was low season, so there was not a lot of like, you know, fighting with people to like get pictures, or you know, a lot of people where you see just a lot of people lah. And I felt like one of the lowlights in Turkey is that, you know, I've been to places where there's a lot of people, i.e. like in the Philippines, but at least in the Philippines they understand the concept of personal space. Like they don't get right up into your face, you know what I mean? Like, but in Turkey everybody is so like jam-packed. And can you imagine like coming from Malaysia where there's super strict SOPs, you have to wear masks everywhere outside when you go, and you know, you have to like distance yourself, and there everybody's like, it's like so close, and many of them are not wearing masks. So anyway, it's like tempting fate lah in a way. But Cappadocia was so beautiful. I'll link that video there, although there's no hot air balloon, right? I'll probably put some pictures, but best experience, like 1 million out of 10, that kind of experience. Super amazing experience. Like, I kind of look like an alien, huh? Okay, anyway, yeah. So really enjoy. And it was kind of snowing in Cappadocia. So in Cappadocia, we did the green tour, the red tour, and also the hot air balloon ride. So as we were doing research for Cappadocia, a lot of those websites said that, you know, if you want to experience the best of Cappadocia, about 3 days is enough, but we were there for like 5 days, and we stayed in the Sultan Cave Suites, which is supposedly one of the best hotels to stay, that gives you the best view of the hot air balloon ride and also Cappadocia. So we stayed in the city called Gorem. So Gorem is basically the city that most tourists would stay, because that's where all of the tourist areas are. And for the first time that you go to Cappadocia, obviously you want to stay in like the most typical tourist area, but the hotel, super amazing, great hotel. We got a free upgrade to like a junior suite. It was really good, and it was snowing in Cappadocia as we were doing all of those tours, which made it even more beautiful. So we had those tours, we went into like those underground cave houses, I would say. It's quite claustrophobic actually, and I kind of had to walk like crouching down, like tick like that, but it was still a really good experience. We were sweating because it was quite, it's not warm, but you know, it's a comfortable type of like weather in there. So we went, and after Cappadocia we had another 5 days in Antalya. I don't remember why we even wanted to have 5 days in Antalya, but basically Antalya is like the southern part of Turkey, and it is basically a summer beach town. So the ocean views, beach views, like it's so beautiful. Like you have an ocean view, and in the background you have the mountain with like the snow covered peaks. I don't know if I have a picture of that, because I'm notorious for like not taking pictures or not taking videos because I'm lazy like that. But beautiful. We spent about 5 days there, and I think Home went a little bit overboard. Like we were shopping, more like he was shopping a lot, like buying a lot of things. Jeans were like super cheap. We went to this Saturday market in Antalya. It's called like the Luna Saturday Bazaar. It's one of like the biggest bazaar / markets in Antalya, and they were selling things for so cheap. He bought jeans for like 50 Turkish lira. So 50 Turkish lira is probably like less than 20-25 ringgit, less than that. So cheap for like jeans which fit really well lah. Kudos to him. So we spent about 5 days there. We tried like a Turkish bath. Oh, it was so good. We had a Turkish bath, we had, you know, food. We ate a lot as usual. We were walking around a lot as well. We were looking at those beach towns and so on and so on. And I think it's more than 5 minutes, so I'm gonna wash off my face and come back again. Ding! Okay, back, and wow, my face feels super refreshed and really good. So before I go in with another new product that I bought from L'Occitane, I'm just gonna use a toner, which is this Elemis Balancing Lavender Toner. So I brought this also to Turkey with me. And I'm just gonna side note for a while about my skin while I was in Turkey, because I realized that my skin really thrives in cold weather. Like my face was so happy while I was in Turkey because it was cold. Like, so a lot of my skincare felt really good. My makeup also felt really good, stayed on really well. And then the moment I came back to Malaysia, right, all of my pimples here came back. So life. Yeah, okay, so the next one is I'm just using this essence which I bought from L'Occitane. It's really cute, so small, you see. And this is the L'Occitane Essence Perfectrice. Basically, it's an essence before your serum. So the beauty consultant was obviously encouraging me to get this because he was like, your face is like, it really needs this because you use this and then you use that moisturizer, your makeup will be like so amazing. Basically, they were telling me that I have combination skin, which guys, we already know on this channel that my face is very sensitive. It's combination, it's acne prone, it's every problem that you can think of under the sun. So I'm just gonna use the essence. It smells like, apparently it's peonies. So it smells really good. And this is apparently also for very sensitive skin, and I only bought it because don't have this one in Malaysia lah, so that's why I also decided to buy it. But it smells really refreshing also. Oh, it smells really good, and it's supposed to help with my pores and my oily skin. And yeah, so after we were done, actually we spent a lot of money, I would say, a lot of money, and we did a lot of shopping in Antalya because there were a lot of bazaar. And I think one of the other highlights for me in Turkey was that the weather was so perfect. Like the planning that we did where we would go to those different locations was actually really on point, because like each destination that we went had literally perfect weather. So when we went to Cappadocia, yes, it was really cold, but it was snowing and it made the place look even more like magical. So it was really amazing. And then when we went down to Antalya, it was sunny but also cold, so the weather was super amazing. It was like between 14 to like 16, and it was still cold because it's beach town, right? So there's like that wind and whatever. And then when we went to Pamukkale, again the weather was super it was like between like 10 to 12, so, and it was also sunny. So after Antalya, we went over to Pamukkale. We literally had 2 days 1 night in Pamukkale, and I don't know why. I think when we were planning, I was just telling home that okay, we're going to Pamukkale just to see that hot spring thing. It's just that one thing that we want to see. So we went there, and when we landed, it was pretty late at night, so we wanted to have dinner. And I would take this time to tell you, like, the low light for me in Turkey is literally the fact that the airports from every single location in Turkey is so far away from the actual town that we want to go to. And I think I sort of understand why. Like, for example, in Cappadocia, you wouldn't want the airplane or the airport to be close to wherever it is, the city that we are going to, because you know, you want to see the amazing hot air balloons and you don't want to see like planes flying around. I would assume that's the reason, but it was so far, like more than an hour's drive. So anyway, when we went to Pamukkale, it was literally at that time where I was telling home, okay, when we were choosing a place to go for dinner, and I'm like, I really need to have Asian food. Like, I need Asian food. I cannot. We had so much kebab and so much cheese. So I was like, I really need to have Asian food. So we were like randomly, so we were looking at like Google, okay, choosing some Asian food, and Home was like, we need to try this restaurant. And I said, no, I decided let's go to this Asian kitchen. So we went there, and I think it was sort of like another blessing in disguise, because when we went there, we met one of the owners who was super amazing, super friendly. And he was telling us, okay, these are the things that you want to do, and he literally asked us like, do you want to paraglide over Pamukkale, and Home Home immediately like lit up and like, yeah, let's do it. And you know, I'm not the most adventurous type of person in the entire world. So next I'm going in with my serum, obviously my L'Occitane serum. So immediately when he lit up, he was like, yeah, I would love to like paraglide over Pamukkale. Then he was like, yeah, you can see like the hot spring and you can see the whole Pamukkale, and I'm like, oh no. So it was really amazing because he gave us really good advice, and he also offered to like bring us to his, I wouldn't say house lah, but his own personal like hot spring place. So in Pamukkale, you get this really big map. So it's a very big area. So the hot spring area is not the only place that you can walk around in Pamukkale. So there's also like the Hieropolis, like those ruins that you can walk around. So because we're gonna go paragliding over Pamukkale, he was like, okay, there's different entrances to go inside Pamukkale. He says, I will pick you up in the morning and drop you at the south entrance. You can walk around and make your way towards the hot spring. And then you walk back, he will pick us up, bring us to another hot spring where it's like your own private pool kind of hot spring, and then we will do the paragliding during like sunset. So it was a day filled to the brim. So we only had one full day in Pamukkale, and literally that was what we did. Like we spent the whole day in Pamukkale looking at, and technically you do I will also link that video of us in Pamukkale. So that was what we did like the whole day. Oh, it was really amazing. I almost lost my shoe as we were running to paraglide, but I didn't. I saved it. But I guess it was one of like the most I don't think like my fupa, oh my god, it was next level. I think like I should have zipped up my jacket, which I didn't. Now I know. Anyway, so after Pamukkale, then we went back to Istanbul. So in Istanbul, we stayed at the M Gallery. So this was from my best friend. He basically recommended that we stay there because he stayed there as well. So it's like a 5-star hotel. Well, like quite yaya papaya, but I think my poor calves staying in that part of Istanbul, oh my gosh, the amount of hills and stairs that we had to walk up. And I thought I was strong, but Istanbul proved that I was not that strong. So okay, so finally for my moisturizer, I'm going in with the Elemis Pro-Collagen Day Cream. So this is the Anti-Wrinkle Day Cream. Yeah. So last stop in Istanbul, my biggest highlight for Istanbul, or at least for Turkey in general, is all of the super cute like stray dogs roaming around the streets. Oh my gosh, like they are so well fed. They are so fat and so lazy. Okay, I'm gonna figure that out later. But oh my god, like they were so cute. I wish like I could bring all of them home. So we went to the spice market, we went shopping, we went walking around, we went to the shopping center where I bought my L'Occitane products. And I think once again, when we went back to Istanbul, the weather was really amazing once again, because the first stop we had in Istanbul, it was like raining and whatever, but when we went back, it was just cloudy. So there was no rain, but it was like not freezing cold also. So the weather was also really amazing. And yeah, so we walk. I forgot what was that it's basically that shopping street. I forgot what's the name. Istiklal Street? I don't know. That whole long ass shopping street that you walk towards like Taksim Square and whatever. And let me tell you, oh my god, the amount of people was crazy. And like, you would think that you are afraid to catch COVID while you walk the street, but let me assure you, COVID was the least of my worries as I was walking the street. But because my biggest worry was literally the fact that I'm choking from the secondhand smoke as we are walking down the street. Every single person in Turkey who I would assume is Turkish is smoking. Like, they smoke. like, I mean, I'm not judging, you know, you do you want to smoke, you smoke. And I mean, we were shishaing there, whatever, because it's Turkey, whatever. But just the fact that the moment they finish one cigarette, they light up another. So it's like continuously smoking. There's no like downtime. And I was like, oh my god, my head is so, it's like throbbing already, because everywhere we went there was just like smoke everywhere. So my biggest low light in Turkey, I think like towards like after a few days, I'm like, I'm freaking done with this city because I just can't breathe. And like, because we are also wearing our masks, and a lot of times like yeah, you get it. So yeah, walking around there, it was really fun. I think overall, one of our best holidays in a while, in 2 years. Obviously, we've not been on holidays for a really long time, but this was one of like the highlights in terms of the holidays that we went. We had so much fun. It was a really beautiful city, I do have to say. It's a beautiful country, beautiful cities that we went to, and I think Home actually said it really well. It's just the fact that Turkey in itself has so many different amazing like things to see. Like for example, if you ask any Malaysian like what's the best thing about Malaysia, and being an uncultured brat that I am, I would tell people like, yeah, I come to Malaysia for the amazing food, which is true. Like you come and sample all of the amazing food that we have, and also you will tell people like, yeah, we actually do have amazing beaches that you can go. What else? You know, those kind of stuff. But in Turkey, literally every single place that we went offered a different thing. Like for example, when we went to Cappadocia, you would go and see all of the fairy chimneys, like the cave, I wouldn't say cave hotel, like cave houses, cave underground living areas. And then when you go up onto the hot air balloon, you see like the Red Valley. You see a lot of different things. And then when we went to like Antalya, it's literally a summer beach town, so like clear blue waters for their beaches. And you know, here in Malaysia, you'll be like, what's the closest beach to Kuala Lumpur? You'll be like, okay, yeah, I go to Port Dickson, and then we're like, ugh, the water there is like, rah. You know what I mean? And there, like the water is like clear, crystal clear blue waters. And then when you go to Pamukkale, you see ruins of the Hieropolis from like the ancient Roman times. You see like the theatre, gladiator fights, you see the hot springs. So it's so different. And then of course you go to Istanbul, you see the melting pot of Europe and Asia coming together. It's actually such a beautiful country, and I'm so happy that we went. Highlights, lowlights, on the last day actually, after we celebrated the non-existent New Year, we were like walking around trying to make sure that we make it to the bridge by 12 AM so that we can see the fireworks, which did not happen, which is fine. Had so much fun in Turkey, and I wouldn't mind going back, but there are plenty of other countries and places to explore, and I hope you like this little video that I created or did, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!